Hello, and welcome to the Center for Academic Innovation's very first Spring 2024 Department newsletter and podcast at Texas A&M San Antonio. I am Shay Johnson, your host, and I am so happy to have this time with you to share who the Center for Academic Innovation is and what we've got brewing for Spring 2024. Now, before I get started, let me say that coming on this newsletter podcast ride with me means that you are down with wherever the journey takes us, meaning we may hit some bumps in the road, detours, and strong curves, so don't get too committed to the ride being the same all the time. We are freely exploring this delivery method and allowing ourselves to flow for footing. I mean, hey, that's what innovation requires anyway, right? Right. Great. So now that we have covered that, if you're down to ride, buckle up and let's get to it. Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. The Center for Academic Innovation is here to help. With a focus on innovation, we seek to keep current, fresh, and engaged in work to help students become and stay engaged in their education journey on the road to lifelong learning. The primary hub for teaching and learning support at the university is the Center for Academic Innovation, catering to faculty, staff, and graduate students, offering a spectrum of resources, including faculty development workshops, consultations, learning communities, certification programs, and beyond. The Center for Academic Innovation is committed to assisting educators in crafting an interactive and effective learning environment for all of A&M San Antonio students. That was a lot, but hey, we're back and we never actually left. We just wanted to reintroduce ourselves. So let's meet the team. We are small and mighty, as they say, doing the best that we can with aspirations of growth. Led by Dr. Diane Gavin, the Executive Director of the Center for Academic Innovation, our two staff, me, Shay Johnson, the Manager of Instructional Design, as well as Cynthia Pena, our Faculty Development Program Coordinator, in addition to 3 faculty fellows, Jenny Moore, Dr. Chen Yen Liu, and Dr. Emily Nans. That's us. So when you see us walking around, give us a hey, because we've been introduced somewhat, right? Well, now that you know who's on the team, let's talk about the services we offer, because you can't say you want to come to us if you don't know exactly how we can help. Here we go. There are 5 categories of services that we offer at the Center for Academic Innovation. One is consultations, where we offer personalized guidance for faculty members addressing specific challenges and exploring innovative teaching methodologies. Next is faculty development. These training workshops offer structured avenues for professional growth, enabling faculty to improve your skills, exchange best practices, and stay up to date on the latest trends in higher education. Service 3 are brown bag sessions. These are informal and interactive sessions designed for faculty knowledge sharing and collaboration among educators. In these brown bag casual settings, we provide faculty members with a platform to discuss teaching strategies, share practical insights, and explore innovative approaches to enhance classroom experiences. So if you are interested in leading one of these, we'd be happy to help you. Be sure to email us. Next is learning communities. Learning communities create a collaborative environment where educators engage in sustained exploration of shared teaching themes and topics through regular meetings and workshops. These will allow you to focus on one specific topic or area of study and actually leave your segment for the semester with tangible completed work that you can apply to whatever area of specificity was provided. And our last service is certification programs. Faculty members enrolled in certificate programs participate in a series of workshops, training sessions, and reflective activities designed to enhance their skills and knowledge in the target areas. Upon completion, participants receive a formal certificate recognizing their commitment and advancing their teaching practices and contributing to a culture of continuous improvement within the academic community. So there you have it, the 5 ways in which we can help you. And now that you know what services the Center for Academic Innovation offers, let's take a closer look at Spring 2024 Center for Academic Innovation development offerings. In January, there are 3 development opportunities, all taking place on January 26th at different times. So listen closely to determine which most you feel drawn to attend. Now, just a minute ago, I referenced that one of the CAI services were learning communities. Remember? Great. Well, we are starting January off with the Jaguar Writing Space. This learning community will meet every Friday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. until Friday, April 2nd, 2024. So what is a Jaguar writing space? I'm so glad you asked. Do you need a space and time to write and focus on your research? Well, the Jaguar writing space may be just the place you've been yearning for. This is a 12-week learning community for faculty, staff, postdocs, PhDs, EDDs, and grad students, co-sponsored by the Office of Research Compliance and the Center for Academic Innovation at Texas A&M University San Antonio. The statement, "We are working writers in this space," is how we would describe the Jaguar writing space. So join us and come write. If you're interested in joining this Jaguar writing space that begins on January 26th, please email the Center for Academic Innovation at cai@tamusa.edu. We'd love to have you. Following the Jaguar writing space ending at 11:30, we have a brown bag session being brought to us by Dr. Leva from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. entitled Lessons from Lily, a hodgepodge of engagement ideas. Dr. Leva states, student engagement is the quote unquote secret sauce to teaching and learning, but it's sometimes hard to come by. Come and hear several ideas learned from 2 Lily conferences for engaged teaching and learning, and consider how you could try 1 or 2 new things this semester. Look out for the calendar invite for this brown bag in your Tamusa email and accept it to let us know that you'll be joining. The final offering, beginning on January 26th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., is the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Reading Group, in which this group will engage in specialty reading, meet once a month from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Specific dates after January 26th will be detailed on our schedule for the month, last meeting being on May 17th. And the goal of this group is to assist with scholarship in teaching and learning. These 3 offerings reviewed for January will conclude the opportunities for development. But wait, don't worry, there's more coming in February. We will cover February now so that you know how to prepare your calendar for what's next. In the month of February, we will bring you a variety of sessions to include faculty support groups, training workshops, brown bag session, and learning community. Let's take a closer look. On February 2nd, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., we have a faculty support group led by Jenny Moore entitled Let's Talk, Career Development on the Lecture Track. In this session, faculty who hold rank of lecturer or senior lecturer will engage in candid and collaborative conversations about professional development, career building, and work-life balance. Participants will have the opportunity to share goals and network with one another for mutual benefit. On February 16th, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., we will present a brown bag session by Dr. Edie entitled Fostering Reading in the College Classroom. In this workshop, instructors will learn strategies to organize class time effectively, demonstrating to students the skills of skimming, annotating, and chunking material as active reading methods specific to their discipline. Additionally, the presenter will showcase the application of task-based pedagogy to foster student engagement in the academic reading process. Beginning February 13th, the Mays Center will be hosting a 3-part series on experiential and service learning courses. But instead of having me tell you about the series, I invited Elisa from the Mays Center to share this series with you. So listen in to our conversation about this exciting opportunity. Here we go. So I want to take a moment to chat with you about who you are and what you do for A&M San Antonio with the Mays Center, as well as discuss your 3-part series offered for faculty interested in experiential and service learning course designation. So please tell me, who are you and what you do for the Mays Center?
Hi, here at the Mays Center, I am the Experiential and Service Learning Coordinator, which means that I support faculty and students in getting hands-on experiences, particularly through our designated courses. So hands-on experiences include project-based learning, working with partners outside of the university, working with partners inside the university, or even simulations that provide that hands-on learning, connecting what you learn in the classroom to what can be happening out in the world.
Nice. Well, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. So this spring, you're running a 3-part series for faculty interested in experiential learning or service learning course structure, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So So part of supporting faculty in getting their courses connected to experiential learning is not just connecting them to partners, but also making sure that they have information about what experiential learning is and how to implement it in their classrooms.
Perfect, which is an amazing segue. In case people don't know, please share with us what experiential learning is.
Yeah, so experiential learning is a big umbrella term that actually includes everything from internships, online simulations, service learning, or course-based experiential learning, which is what I specialize in. And here at the Mays Center, we have folks that work across all of these areas, including financial education literacy.
Word. Okay, so we're going to get into the details of this three-part series because I'm excited to get the breakdown. But as a big picture, you're going to be covering the Kolb learning cycle, as well as strategies for incorporating reflection in experiential service learning courses. And you're going to close out with a session on preparing your experiential and service learning course, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's dig in.
All right, so the first session, February 13th, is about the essentials. So the Kolb learning cycle is the foundation for our designated courses. In order for courses to be designated, they have to meet certain criteria. So coming to this session, we'll introduce attendees to just the basics. What is the Kolb learning cycle? And really quickly, I can tell you it's having an experience, reflecting on that experience, having some abstract conceptualization about it, and then experimenting and moving on with what you learn through that experience. So it's pretty basic, and this foundations workshop will walk you through it, including some examples about what it looks like in a classroom, what it can look like as you plan your course.
Great. Okay. And then that'll be followed up in March by your second session, which would be strategies for incorporating reflection in your experiential and service learning course. And so what will be the focus of that session?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this session. It's going to happen during spring break. So it's a moment to reflect, pause, think about what's happening in your courses. And reflection is a very important component of the Kolb learning cycle. Without reflection, you don't have that moment for processing what you've learned and helping students kind of regain focus on what's next as they do hands-on learning and connect it back to traditional classroom-based learning. So during this workshop, we will talk about different strategies that you can use to incorporate reflection. It's not just writing an essay that doesn't go anywhere. It's about being more engaging and dynamic. It's about incorporating reflection that meets your teaching style and also the needs of your students in that classroom. So it really is about curating reflection so that it fits you, your discipline, and your learning goals. It's going to be interactive. And hopefully you'll take some ideas you can implement today. You don't have to have an experiential learning course to use reflection.
Great. And I think that that is such a timely point of the semester, especially I know people will love their spring break, but also that's like the midpoint where we can kind of look at the past of what we've covered and prep for the end of the semester. So how savvy of you to put that right during spring break. All
That's the
right.
hope.
Yes, right? So then we're going to close your three-part series on April 16th with the last session that you're running, and that's on preparing your experiential and service learning course training. And what will be the focus of that session?
Yeah, so as we start to wrap up the semester, we're thinking about courses for the next semester. I want y'all to have any resources and frameworks for how do you convert a course into experiential or service learning? How do you revamp an existing experiential or service learning course? So this section is going to be really focused on the nuts and bolts of getting your course prepared to be designated as experiential or service learning. It's also going to hopefully align with some deadlines, including getting course requests for designation for the fall.
Great. All right. So I got a little bit of Q&A for you in regards to this session series, I should say. So do faculty have to attend all three sessions?
No, these are all independent sessions. You can drop into the ones that are most interesting to you. I want you to explore, learn, get your interest hyped up for experiential learning, and just kind of, if you have any curiosities, attend any session.
Great. Now, I presume that you use strategy when you were putting these together. So, if faculty do attend all three sessions, how do you envision those three sessions working together?
Yeah, so the sessions build upon each other. We start with the basics, the building blocks, move into one of the core components, and then think about structure or how to implement. So if you attend all three, hopefully you'll have a really good launching pad for the fall semester for implementing a new course. I also hope to make this a space where you can meet other experiential educators. So a really great benefit of attending all three and being a regular is that you get to hear people ask questions and connect with each other over the semester.
Great. I think that this is going to be so beneficial. Before we go, what is the delivery method of this three-part series?
This is on Zoom. I want this to be convenient for everybody, and they will also be recorded and password protected so that you can reach them later on if you're not able to make it.
Oh, that's great, especially with, faculty being so busy and trying to coordinate their schedules. I think them being able to log in from anywhere to attend and or access them later will be much appreciated and should surely increase the attendance. So if they are interested in signing up to attend, how can they register? Should they email you at this time?
Yes, you can definitely email me. We'll make sure to put my email address somewhere where you can see it. And otherwise, you can always email the Mays Center, and you'll likely be getting some information in your email inbox soon. So always keep an eye out for emails from the Mays Center and from me, Elisa, about experiential learning.
Great. All right. Well, this was awesome and informative. I'm looking forward to these offerings and how they'll correlate with the center's offerings for the spring. And I appreciate you joining me to share what's brewing this spring. It's been a joy to have you and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was dope. I'm glad y'all are able to get better acquainted with Elisa and what she's doing with the Mays Center firsthand. I hope you take her up on this opportunity and take a deeper look at incorporating experiential learning in your course structure and instructional practices. Before we close, we'd like to provide you with 5 tips to start your semester ahead. Ready? Perfect. Tip 1, focus on objectives. This is the time to revisit the fundamentals, reassess your courses to define clear objectives and ensure alignment of all course components, including structure, coursework, assessments, and class activities. We want to always start with the end in mind. So if you want to start with the end in mind to be able to measure success, begin with the objectives. Step 2, connect with your students. Please touch base with your students before the semester begins. This is an opportunity to introduce yourself and provide guidance on where to find essential information, including letting them know where to go and what to do on the first day of class, helping to reduce uncertainty. Step 3, prepare and review. Prepare your first day and week of class checklists. No matter how many times you've taught this course, preparing and reviewing your notes for your first day and week of class will provide both you and your students with the structure and organization that will contribute to the success of your semester. Tip 4, deep breaths and smile. Could you hear that smile? Your students can hear it too. And guess what? So can you. Deep breathing has many benefits, including stress reduction, improved focus, and a sense of calmness, contributing to overall mental and physical well-being. Remember to take a second and gift yourself with a few deep breaths and share a smile. You deserve that, and it's free. So why not share something that can bring us all a little bit of joy? 5th and final tip, give yourself what you need. Identify how you will serve and celebrate yourself this semester. Having something to look forward to for every milestone that you achieve and celebrating all the little things can really contribute to setting up your semester for success. When you're your best self, you are better able to serve your students, and you give your students permission to show up as their fullest selves. Remember, what you permit, you promote. Those are the 5 tips to start your semester on the right foot and ahead, and I hope that you found some benefit in them. So guess what? It's time to wrap up. Thank you for sharing this moment with me on behalf of the Center for Academic Innovation. Please know that we are here to help. So do not hesitate to reach out to us via email at cai@tamusa.edu. We hope you are excited about what we have coming this semester, and we are wishing you an amazing spring semester 2024. Stay on the lookout for new happenings on this YouTube channel, as well as in email. Until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this ride. We'll pick up for the next journey. I'm Shay Johnson signing off.